Hey everyone, welcome to Cases and Conversations, aka Heels on the Ground. I have a special guest that is going to be joining me this evening. We'll wait to get started until a few more people join, but I have a really special person joining me tonight. His name is Maxx. He is one of the closest people to me. We work together. We do everything together. He's really, really important. And I hope you guys love him as well. I'm going to bring him on the stage, and he has to listen to me all the time chatting about true crime. So, with all the Nancy information, he is definitely learning, growing. I put together a chart. So, to kind of educate Maxx a little bit more, have him answer questions, I feel like this is going to bring awareness to a lot of people right now who aren't so familiar with the Nancy Guthrie case. Will be able to ask the same questions, as well as being able to look back at the map. Basically, I made a layout of when the ransom notes came out, key evidence. I think it'll be great to have that piece, but I am going to bring Maxx to the stage now. One moment. Hey, Maxx.
Hi, Michelle. Hi,
Welcome
everyone.
in. This is Maxx. This is literally, we work together. We do everything together. We do
Everything,
Pilates together.
Pilates, walks,
Best moments
fun,
of my life. Everything's on the side. Um,
always.
and I wanted to bring him to all of you because I think you would really enjoy us together and going through the Nancy case. Of course, like this is super serious, but to have a laugh from time to time, time and time again is nice.
Mhm.
Oh, hey, Shibby. Hey, Kimmy. Oh, we have 70 people watching right now, Maxx.
Wow. Hi,
Yeah.
everyone. That's awesome.
Yes. Oh, everyone's saying, can you see the comments, Maxx?
No. Oh, do I click comments?
Yeah, go
Oh,
ahead.
that's awesome. Okay. Hi,
Yeah, so you
everyone.
can, say hi to everyone. Yeah, so I was just kind of giving them the lowdown that you have to listen to me chat about crime, weather, everything else that is going on. But anytime
Yeah.
Maxx has a question about where's Nancy Guthrie, what are the updates? Can I take my train tomorrow? How is the weather?
Mhm.
He comes to me. So
He is a wealth of knowledge on topics that you would not expect, and it's the best thing ever to have her as
yeah,
a partner and friend.
especially because we work in two complete, like we work together in every part of my life, so why not bring him along on this ride as well. We do fashion together, we do aviation together, and now I'm gonna drag you along to learn more about true crime.
Mhm.
But everyone in the chat is amazing. We have a really great to have Maxx on the show. Y'all are awesome. Much love from Tori.
Hi.
Is
Hi,
that our
Tori.
Tori?
I don't know,
Oh,
probably. Yeah.
I was gonna say. Um, yeah, I just want to go through the chat. Hi, Jody, Shibby. Shibby's the best. D, hey. Um, so yeah, let me bring up the map that I made. I know I sent it to you earlier, Maxx, just so
I
that
have
you
it
can
on my
review.
phone here.
Okay,
So
good. And I want you to ask questions as we go because I feel it's
mhm.
super important for maybe viewers who aren't as aware with the Nancy case,
Yeah.
that may not have as many questions, but also tracking back to the beginning is huge because as I was working on this with chat, and I was going back and referencing to things that happened previously, it was like, okay, I didn't even realize that that was the amount they were asking for then, but we'll
Mhm.
get into it. So let me bring it
Yeah.
up. All right, everyone. This is the chart that I made. I feel like, oh, this is Tori from Texas, not our Tori.
Oh, okay. Well, we love a person named Tori, so welcome from Texas.
Yes. And I also have a treat for everyone if they stay to the end of the live of Maxx in a beautiful pair of heels going down. Did you not think I was going to bring that tonight?
It's definitely a treat, that's for sure.
Yeah. Okay. So I felt that this chart was going to be super helpful for everyone. As we review it, please send in questions. I love to answer through the chat as well, Maxx. Now you can see it, so you can answer if anyone has any questions for Maxx or myself. We can go through all of that. So basically, I started with a timeline of when Nancy went missing. Maxx, you can actually, you're privy to this. The night that we were out for dinner, we were at bar, and I had to leave
Oh,
because the everything was going down. We thought that they were going to find Nancy, and I had to rush
mhm.
home, got the Uber, didn't end up finding her. It was the wrong perp.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, going back from the beginning, we have Nancy arrives home at 9:48. Just to give you a little bit of a backstory, Max. So she went to dinner at her daughter's house the night that she went missing, Annie and Tommaso's. She went to their house, she Ubered there, and then she got a ride back from Tommaso, which is the son-in-law, who obviously, like, everyone is questioning whether they're a part of it, whether they're not a part of it, but they play a key role in this timeline. All right. So Nancy arrives back to her house at 9:48 p.m. Her garage door closes at 9:50. First of all, for me, an 83, 84-year-old woman getting from the car to the garage in 2 minutes is really quick, if you ask me, unless Tommaso like dragged her in. Also, we're at 100 people max.
Okay. Wow,
Yeah.
that's
So
everywhere.
yeah, but you have to imagine, like, imagine Graham, like bringing Graham
Yeah.
from the
No, that's
car to
really
the
quick.
house. Like,
Yeah.
that's going to take some time. And
Mhm.
also, there's no video footage that we have seen of Nancy arriving back to her house. So
Okay.
that's the question mark, is like, when
Did
did
she
she
actually
actually
get
get
back?
back to her home? Yeah, like,
Oh,
there's
okay.
no footage that we actually have of seeing her there.
I'm just
So
curious, has anyone done a deep dive to see if there was any footage of her? Like, I know maybe she went on TV a few times. Like, is there any footage of her walking that anyone did try and compare? Like, how fast was she able to move? How agile was she?
yeah, so there was oh, hi Sheila. Sheila's so cute.
Oh,
Like,
hi,
she
Sheila.
won a t-shirt the other night and I was so happy from
Oh, that's
857.
awesome.
Yeah, she's so sweet.
Mhm.
Um but anyway, yeah, so a lot of the neighbors were saying that she wasn't as mobile as she used to be. Like, she used to be able to go get her own mail or like walk around, but I think she still was able to go from point A to point B, but still 2 minutes is very, very quick in my
Yeah.
eyes. Then, which I thought was super interesting. So once she's in her house at 1:47 a.m., her doorbell camera was disconnected. Um, Not only was just her camera disconnected, all of the surrounding homes, their cameras went down as well.
Oh, wow.
So that makes you again question, how did that person that was a part of all of this um, not only put her camera footage down, but her surrounding neighbors as well? I mean, there's still not confirmation that it was everyone's, but that was what news outlets were noting.
Okay. And it was just cameras, it wasn't power?
So it was just the camera footage from what I understand.
Okay.
Um, and what's really odd too is they weren't paying for Nancy's subscription. So like they weren't able to like see who was actually going to her house daily. Um,
Oh,
and you would think like with the money that they have, they'd be able to like pay her monthly subscription to like see who's coming and going. But
yeah.
anyway, the FBI was able to pull that camera footage from what you see, the guy with the mask that I sent you a few times, like when
Yeah.
it first
Yeah.
came out.
Okay.
They were able to retract that, but it makes you think, like, is there other footage that they have that they've never released?
Mhm.
There
Okay.
has to be
There
more.
has to be. Yeah.
And okay, so 1:47 a.m., everything, the doorbell camera disconnects. At 2:12, the motion is detected in her driveway. So that means the guy must have been approaching. Hi Patrick, welcome in. But so it's picking up 2:12. At 2:28, her pacemaker connection was lost.
Okay.
Um, so her pacemaker, and a quick note about her pacemaker. So once that's inside of you, it's going to keep going off even if you are deceased. So a lot, like after she went missing, they had some sniffers in the area, like from the helicopter, go around trying to pick that up. Um, and they weren't able to detect that in her area. So then that's another question mark. Okay, so where's her pacemaker then?
Yeah.
But 2:28 pacemaker connection was lost. Following day, 12 o'clock p.m., the family discovers Nancy was missing. So the family discovered that she was no longer there. She's missing. Um, they contact 911 at 12:03 p.m.
Okay.
In later that evening, Nancy's disappearance is finally announced. Um, And she also contacted Senator Mark Kelly, which is, he's really, I don't know if you're familiar with him.
Not fully, but from listening, I know that they said he's on some sort of committee, correct?
Well, he's basically like, oh, thank you so much, Patrick. So basically, Cash Patel reports to him. So
Okay.
basically, she was sounding the alarm by going to Mark Kelly. So she went directly to Mark Kelly after notifying the police to let her know, hey, we got a problem. My
Mhm.
mom is missing.
Yeah.
Which to me, like you're bringing in heavy hitters right away with Mark Kelly. Like after having someone who joined us, Army vet, he was like, that would have been the last thing I would have done. Like if you thought this was a ransom situation and wait those 3 days out.
Okay.
So all right. And then key evidence just from what we've taken away was the doorbell camera disconnected 1:47 a.m. So we know someone was in that area getting things ready to approach Nancy's house. And from there, we'll get into the next two evidence points. So what happened was, okay, Nancy was taken on February 1st. The first ransom note was received on February 2nd to KOLD news station, which is where they were asking for Bitcoin.
Okay.
Yeah, so they asked for $4 million of Bitcoin in return for Nancy's safety, but they didn't provide, from what we know, any proof of life or anything like that.
Why do you think they asked for Bitcoin and not like a wire or money transfer?
And that to me is what's questionable. I feel like if they're asking for Bitcoin, it makes me feel as if maybe it's someone who's not from the US. Do you know
Mhm.
what I mean? Because
Yeah.
maybe they felt as if like it wasn't going to be as easy to trace,
Transfer.
but you can still trace Bitcoin if there's activity. So basically for Bitcoin, just to let you know, like I got a whole rundown on it.
Mhm.
There is a wallet, so people can put Bitcoin, like money, into that wallet.
Okay.
In order for you to track anyone off of that wallet, the person behind it would have to either take money out from it or do any sort of activity on there, and then they would be able to trace it.
Oh, okay. So
So
if they sent it to them, it would have just sat in the wallet probably before they would have taken it out, you think?
yeah, so they probably would have waited.
Yeah.
Um, they probably would have waited to taken it as well until Bitcoin was back up because it's down right now anyway. So like you never knew when that person was going to pull out, but
Yeah.
then they could have traced it back, or they would have had the option to trace it back.
Mhm.
And that's the same thing to, well, they put like $150, I think, in there, the
Okay.
police, and obviously they're not going to take the chance to pull that out for
No.
that.
Yeah.
Um, all right, so the first ransom note came in on February 2nd. It went to KOLD News. And then it was addressed to Savannah. So we knew that this had something to do with Savannah, either when it was
Mhm.
money. There was some sort of connection there.
Okay.
It contained the reason why they knew that this person was not fake, or why they think that it's real, is because it had notes from inside the home. Again, still they have not confirmed that these two ransom notes are real, but
Okay. At the time of this, was that information released? Like, did we know that the doorbell cameras were turned off, that the light was broken, or we didn't know that?
so everything like came in like sporadically and nothing
Okay.
was ever consistent.
Okay. So
So
it
that's
could have
the
just been
issue.
someone random taking like taking that information from the news and then putting it into the ransom note to make it seem more real.
Well, just wait, because it had
Oh,
to do with stuff that was happening inside of her house. Like for one of them,
oh,
her
okay.
Apple Watch, they noted where it was placed
Mhm.
um inside of the home.
Oh, okay.
So, and then they also noted like how she had like a broken porch light or something. So
Okay.
it was definitely someone who was familiar with Nancy's area.
Okay. So
So
someone
that's what makes it feel realistic. That's why they
realistic.
thought
Yeah.
like those two first ransom notes that came in were realistic, because and we'll get to by the second one that came in here. Let's
Mhm.
go through this. Okay, so February 3rd, additional ransom note was received. It was similar to the first one that was sent, and was sent to another outlet.
Okay.
Savannah and her siblings released a public video on February 4th. This was their first video that they released.
Okay.
Um, Thank you, Shandy. So that they were just asking to bring Nancy home. We'll do whatever you want. We'll pay whatever you want. So they kept saying they would pay. They'll do anything you want. And they probably were just being advised not to give in
Mhm.
or not to, pay anything at that time.
Okay.
So it also had a deadline on it. So they asked for the first deadline was on February 5th to 5 p.m. It noted.
Okay.
And that was when they asked for the $4 million. Then, because the first deadline passed, it passed on February 5th. There was no proof of life that was released that we know of. And no confirmation that money was ever sent on our end from like police or Savannah. And after that, let's see, because there was another ransom note that was mixed in there,
Mhm.
which asked for a second deadline of for Monday, February 9th, but they increased it to $6 million worth of Bitcoin from the first initial, which was $4 million.
Okay. And
So
at these times, no, or at least we don't know if the police put any money into these accounts. Like, is this a different account or it's the same account requesting the Bitcoin?
they're saying the first two were the same accounts that were requesting the Bitcoin, but we're not sure if there was any further confirmation of like what went on. We know now that in the second ransom note that was received, that
Mhm.
they noted that she basically perished shortly after she was taken, and that she was buried with nature. Um,
Okay.
in there, they didn't ask for money. There was no proof of life. They didn't ask anything. Oh, they think you're asking great questions.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, so when that second ransom note came in, they basically like apologized in their own way and
Okay.
was like, she's buried with nature. She passed accidentally after the time
Oh, okay.
of being taken. Um,
Does that align with the pacemaker like not connecting? Because remember how you said it would keep going? So how does that make sense? Like the connection's lost? Could that
I
have
think it was
to
lost, and the chat can correct me. I think it was lost. Everyone wants to know who Max is. Max is one of my closest and dearest friends. He's amazing. I love him. You guys are going to love him as well. So yes, so the pacemaker will still be going inside of her chest, whether she's alive or dead. But I think it disconnected from her phone or
Oh,
wherever it was connected to in her house. It makes you think by 2:28 she wasn't. Maybe I personally think she wasn't in the home.
okay.
There are people stating that the perp was in the home for maybe 45 minutes. Which why was he in there for that long?
Yeah.
Did they take more from the house than they're sharing?
And where's
Uh,
her phone at this point? We don't know.
what was that?
Where's her phone?
I don't know. And I
Yeah,
think
see,
the
that's
phone was
weird.
left, it had to be left in the house.
Okay.
And that's the thing is they
There in the
didn't give us like, so we never got photos from inside the house. We never got any additional information. Like the sheriff Nanos is horrible, the one
chat.
that is taking care of this. Thank you, Patrick. The one who's overlooking this case, he's been horrible from the beginning. I mean, he had people coming and going out of that house as if it
Mhm.
wasn't a crime scene. There was
Yeah.
no tape put up. Um, very little DNA. I think they have a hair left that's mixed DNA that they had to send out to a second lab because he originally sent it to a lab in Florida. And then the FBI took it and then sent it to their lab that can like try to trace mixed DNA.
Is that normal to send like from Arizona all the way to Florida? Or do you think that was like a let's cause a delay?
I think he was more like, let me look like the big man in charge here, and we're going to send it to my lab first,
Okay.
and then
That's
we'll give
just
it to the
interesting.
FBI.
Yeah, that's just interesting because why would you send it? So like there, I'm sure that there's a lab that could have done it in Arizona. Um,
Well, not only that, but I feel like let the FBI do their job.
yeah.
Like, I don't think Pima County is. has ever handled cases like this in the past, where they didn't have the intelligence to really take this from point A to point B.
Yeah. I mean, it sounds like that was not handled professionally or in a way that was going to preserve the crime scene, you know?
Right?
Yeah.
It seems like they were just letting people in and out of there,
Mhm.
which is horrible because, again, there was no caution tape up. At first, they thought maybe Nancy just walked away or like just
Mhm.
left, but she had no signs of dementia. But then they also had the homicide team there. So it's kind of really back and forth what the initial thoughts were on what happened.
Mhm.
But Savannah's brother, Cameron, he stated that this she's definitely taken, like this was a kidnapping, because I guess the way the two back doors were propped open.
Okay.
So I think there's like conflicting thoughts in the beginning of what was going on.
Mhm.
um but additionally, so they received those first two ransom letters that they believed to be real, because of the descriptions that they noted from inside the house about Nancy's health, little details that they feel as if someone wouldn't actually be aware of unless they did this crime.
Mhm.
Um, Someone just asked, "Hi, off topic. Is the wall behind you, Michelle, light peach? It looks pretty." No, I think it's like just the ivory, and I think it's the light behind me that makes it look kind of peach.
Yeah, the light and the
Peach
flowers.
to you, Max. Yeah.
Yeah. It looks a little bit peach, but I know it's more like a cream or yeah, an off-white.
Yeah. But anyway, so they got the first two ransom letters in, that again they believe to be real, still has not confirmed. But after those two ransom notes came in, they start getting like these letters. I don't even want to say ransom notes because they didn't have Nancy in their possession.
Okay.
These people were reaching out to TMZ. I know I've sent you this like a bunch of times on Instagram too, where they were just saying, "We know where Nancy is," like for
Mhm.
1 Bitcoin. So 1 Bitcoin is like $60,000. If
Oh,
you give us 1 Bitcoin, we'll tell you where Nancy is. We'll let you know X, Y, and Z where she's buried. I have a phone placed somewhere that'll give you all the details. But to me, it just doesn't seem realistic.
okay. Yeah.
And the fact that they're going to TMZ doesn't really make sense. Like, what do you feel about this? Like, after looking at everything, what are your thoughts?
I mean, the first two definitely seem to be somewhat reliable. I think the part about them requesting it in Bitcoin is odd. But I think the weird thing is, I mean, the TMZ ones almost feels like just kind of something popping up to keep attention on it. Like TMZ probably got a lot of things like that throughout the years and maybe never talked about it, but it's news and people are talking about it. So that's probably why they shared that they got these weird letters.
Yeah, because they were stating they wanted to do a documentary on it.
Like that just feels like they're trying to stir the pot on something, like to have something to talk about, which seems
They want
like
to be in the light with it as well. Like, but do
uh-huh.
you think that the person, I mean, they've given the FBI all of the information from the person who's been reaching out, and it
Mhm.
was from the same address. So it has been the same person, they're saying,
Oh, okay.
that has been reaching out. So to me personally, it is odd that they're also asking for Bitcoin like the first
Mhm.
person did.
Yeah.
But I personally don't think that they know anything about the Nancy case. I feel like for asking for 1 Bitcoin compared to $4 to $6 million.
Yeah. To me, it seems like how maybe the first one was real, and then the second one saying what happened, like how she's buried in nature. Like maybe I know that we've talked about this before. Like maybe did something happen to her on the trying to take her away, or wasn't there something where she needed medication?
Yeah, she needed
Um,
medication. They also found blood splatters on the front porch of her home where they were able to analyze, and it was able to tell that she was alive at the time of that blood
oh,
loss.
okay. Yeah.
But my whole question is too is how did they get Nancy from the home to wherever they were? Like, how is there no trace of cars
Yeah.
or reportings of like the blood splatter down the driveway? Like, it can't just be in that one area. Do you know
Oh,
what I
yeah.
mean?
Something's not being shared. And I don't know if it's not being shared because of, it seems like this police office, I guess they're not really doing a good job, but also is it that they're not sharing it because there's something we don't know and we shouldn't know? Or I don't know. There's something else going on because that's really odd to me.
And that's the thing, is like I feel like there's a lot of different cover-ups here, whereas I
Mhm.
feel like there's a cover up within the Pima County Sheriffs. I feel like there's a cover up, not a cover up, but I feel like the family is hiding more because don't you feel, I mean, if this isn't true, then it's just odd that they're not out there like on the ground, like searching for her. But don't you feel as if the family has to know more that they aren't allowing her memorial outside anymore? They're not
Yeah.
out searching. They're not putting signs up for her. To me, that's what's really strange. Like Savannah went back to work. She's live, and Annie and Tommaso, which is Annie is Savannah's sister, Tommaso is her husband, Annie's husband. They're nowhere to be found, and they actually live like 10 minutes from Nancy, Annie and Tommaso. It's just odd that they're not doing anything in order to like try to find more answers.
Yeah, something's weird about that because I don't know why you wouldn't be putting all your resources towards finding her.
Or
Um,
put money together. Like, the family has extra funds that like,
yeah,
why are you not paying searchers to go out and look, especially if you know now that she's buried with nature? That was a question I wanted to ask you. So they were initially asking for the 4 million and then the 6 million in Bitcoin. Why do you think that they didn't ask for the money still in order to return her body or to know where Nancy's buried? I think that was my question too. It's like, why would you still not want the money? Like, even though yes, this did go south, she did pass, but they want their mom back. Like, they want to give her a proper burial, a celebration. So yeah, she's buried in nature.
yeah,
So it's like, why aren't you looking for her? Why wouldn't you have paid to have her returned? Or
yeah.
how do you feel about that?
I mean, what's odd is that there hasn't, as far as I know, if I'm wrong, I don't know that they've been putting anything out there being like, please return our mom. But I wonder if maybe they know something we don't, again, and they're being told by whoever to stop talking about it. But I don't know that that would make the most sense. My other thought was, like, why would they have something to do with it? Like, it's weird because it's like, how did everyone just expect that this would just be like swept under the rug and no one would talk about it? Like, it
I
feels
think that's what they're trying to do. So Savannah does come out like with these random videos, and but they're very much, hey Chris, but they're very much they always come up after something else has been in the public. So for instance, when we found out that her mom was buried in nature or with nature, she came out the next day with a video saying like someone knows something, or it was on her show, like they let her speak on it, but she's like, someone knows something, like, come up and like speak to us, tell us, like, whatever. But it's like, why did that take her to come out and speak on it? I guess that's my question. Like, if that was, if that was your mom, like you'd be out there.
No, totally, without a doubt. I mean, I couldn't imagine even leaving the area. Or I know we were on the other day and there was people talking about, when I was listening to you, they were saying how they were going around conducting their own search because the police weren't doing anything or no one was trying to gather the public. Like, that's really odd that they weren't trying to get any sort of, there was no community outreach about it, which is really odd because, like you said, how did no one see a car driving away? Did they ever go around and ask everyone, can we have your Ring camera from miles away? Like, they couldn't have gotten that far from that time. That's less than 12 hours probably from when they think she was taken away. So I don't know, something about that's really odd. They can't look at any cameras on the highways or anything to try and
Well, that's what we're saying too. Like, they have to have more footage somewhere, or they have to have some, but it almost makes you feel, because they're so silent. I know some people are hopeful, like, okay, maybe they'll have like, this is like they're getting close. But from what I'm watching with Brian Enton, like, he's noting like they don't have anyone in mind. They're basically, from what they said, like, oh, like maybe someone will be in a bar in 10 to 15 years from now and like say like, oh, that was my significant other or someone. The more I'm listening to the show.
Yeah, how confused about how little we know. I agree about
that. I know. I'm probably making your head spin. It's
really weird where it's like something really odd is going on here. And I want to hope it's the reason why I want to hope the reason why we're so confused is because we just don't have all the information. But my fear is that the information maybe that we're not being told might not exist because of how bad the crime scene was tampered with. And everything's weird to me about like, was some greater force at play here that we don't have the
Exactly.
connections, or I don't know. There's something really weird going on. So that's why I just don't know that we're going to get an answer here. And I would love one. And I think for the family's sake, I'd like one too. But it's odd to me that they're not taking as much of a, it seems like they've kind of given up almost to not.
And that's what it is. I think they came to accept like Nancy's not coming home. But even
Yeah.
at that same thought, why would you not want her body returned? I guess
Oh,
that's what
yeah.
I'm trying to say. It's like I would still be pleading, like, please, like, let me know where she's buried. Like,
Mhm.
we will pay, we'll do whatever we need to. Like that, like to think about like the poor woman that we're looking at on the screen, Nancy, to just be
Yeah.
buried somewhere. Who knows where? God knows what she went through that night. Like
Yeah.
it's just horrible to think about. And it reminds me, Max, of the case right by us in Madison, on Myrtle Beach. Like we still don't know who killed that poor woman in the daylight, like right outside of her home.
Mhm.
Um,
Yeah.
we should cover that next. But
Yeah.
yeah. Oh, hey,
But
Patriot Pride, he's in our chat.
uh,
Um, but
yeah.
yeah, I think that, and that's what's crazy too, is you look at this as a whole and you're just also like, wouldn't you think dogs would be barking? Like, I
Yeah.
don't think that that person went in and it was quiet. Do you know
Mhm.
what I mean?
Well, so do they think he forced entry in from the back or the front? Because you mentioned that the back doors were propped open. So
And
where do
that's what we
you?
don't know. And that's, we're getting very little information sent to
Uh-huh.
us. So all we have is that we've seen is the man in the mask in the front of the house, and he's holding the leaf. You know what he's doing? He's like holding the leaves in front of the
Yeah.
Ring doorbell. And then that's the only image we have. And then we know that there was blood on the front steps. But we
Mhm.
were also noted that the back doors were propped open, which made them think, okay, this was a kidnapping. And obviously, like, I'm sure if the homicide team went there that next day, like, it couldn't have looked pretty inside of
Yeah.
that house. You know what I mean?
Something definitely went down in there. Um,
100%.
and if you're not taking the proper precautions, you could probably never know whose DNA is whose, what maybe got wiped away. But I wonder if they're like, are they telling the family you need to be quiet for this legal reason or this, or is it someone's telling them stay silent for your own good? Because I'm still confused. Why would you take, personally, I didn't really know who this family was. I didn't know that. I don't watch the morning show. It's Good Morning,
Yeah.
right? Like I don't watch that. I didn't know who she was. I probably wanted to recognize Savannah like on the TV, knowing that that was who she was. So to me, it's like someone not hugely famous or known for being super wealthy. Like I don't think she's not super wealthy. I mean, sure she's well off, but not like billionaire status.
Yeah,
So
like she's not an A-list celebrity, but
yeah,
it's someone who obviously knew, like, she was hey Pamela, that she came from. But it's like, how did they get to Nancy? They obviously, this was a well thought out situation, I personally think, because you went from obviously addressing these two initial ransom notes that are thought to be real to Savannah.
mm-hmm.
You had to know that this was set up in a way to get back at Savannah because you knew she had money.
Yeah,
Or did you want to get back at Savannah in another way? Like, was this never about the money? And were they just trying to get back at Savannah for something?
yeah. Or
That's
are they
that's
trying
also my
to
question.
like are they trying to send a message of some sort to
That's
people?
yes.
Other celebrities or other people who are in the news world, telling them, be quiet about certain things, or I don't know.
You
I,
just never know, because she did interview on a pretty hot topic. So it's like, did that hot topic
mhm.
blend into this? Or I mean, you never know the reason for
Yeah.
it.
I
Um,
mean, that's how they say, like someone just said, Christy, an infatuation, like that could be it too. Some people just get so obsessed with these people, like you see it, like the stalkers from like Iowa, or, those types of cases where it's just kind of a normal person who's not even aware that they're being stalked. And
ooh.
maybe that was what was going on. You never
Yeah,
know.
and
Yeah.
honestly, like she had people living in like her casita in the back. Like
Oh,
like she had a lot of oh, thank you guys. Thank you, Patrick. Yeah, so she had like a lot of people coming and going. And what I thought was wild, we actually on 857 last night, we Oh, hi CMDC. Thank you for being here. Um, yeah, so what I thought was wild too is they had like the pool guy coming and going, like cleaning the pool. It's like this is a crime scene. How are you
Mhm.
just having people pop in and out like it was nothing? So that's what I'm saying. From the beginning of this situation, it just wasn't handled with care at all. Um,
Yeah.
and it's just very concerning.
So I'm seeing people saying things in the chat, and I've also seen this or like heard you guys talk about it on there, how people think either maybe she never did come home or like the timeline isn't true. What was she doing that night prior? I don't know if you already said it, but was it a
Yeah, she was
family
at
visit?
Annie and Tommaso's. She was at
Yeah.
her daughter's house that night. So she Ubered
Uh-huh.
there. And I'm like, where's the proof that she Ubered there as well? I feel
Oh,
like as as a community, we should be able to have this type of information provided
yeah.
to us. So and
Like,
also to like clear Annie and Tommaso's name, like
yeah.
let people, like give us more.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, there was no pictures either. So she went to Annie and Tommaso's, Ubered there, which also is wild. Like, who's putting their mom in an
Yeah.
Uber,
Uh-uh.
like at that age? And then they returned her back. And like I said, she got home at 9:48. Garage door closes at 9:50. 2 minutes, she's back.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people feel as if Annie and Tommaso are suspicious because of this. But again, yeah, and they live so close. So they live
Yeah.
so close um to Nancy. It's like, why didn't you just like bring her and pick her up?
And where
But
does Savannah live? Or
Savannah,
yeah,
well,
or where
she's
does
back
she,
in New York. I think
okay.
she's
So do
like
you think she
filming.
was in New York at the time of Nancy getting taken?
Honestly, I can't remember going that far back, but I'm sure she was.
Uh-huh.
But I know, like I said, her brother was like, this is because of you.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Where did he
He's
say that?
ex-military, I believe, Cameron, the brother. So he
Oh,
probably knew
yeah.
exactly what he had to do to take those next steps, but kind of sounding the alarm right away. If they felt as if maybe um if we wait this process out and we pay it, we'll get Nancy back. But like I
Yeah.
said, I don't know if that was ever going to be the outcome either way. Oh, we have over 200 people here, Max.
Oh, that's awesome. Hi, everyone.
Hi, Linda. Yeah, she was allegedly in New York, Chrissy
Okay.
said. Um,
I don't know. So some things though, that you said I can't when the brother Cameron said this is your fault or this is because of you,
yeah.
when was this said? Not when was this said, but like in what capacity? This was got on video or this is like overheard and then passed on to us?
I believe people are just reporting that
Okay. Yeah.
because I think because like I said, he's ex-military, like he gets it.
Mhm.
I'm sure when he knew what happened and how
Yeah.
these ransom notes were addressed, like, hello, Savannah, like
Mhm.
that's literally like out of a movie. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Well, I mean, that's also one thing though to consider. Like, is it that because he's ex-military, that's why he's thinking that? Or is that something that the family was told that we're not yet privy to? I mean, I get it that the ransom notes were addressed to her, but is there some more information? Oh, so Savannah said it. Okay, that's
Yeah,
interesting.
during the interview. Also, thank you, H7O Polo. I don't want to say it. Buried with Nature. It has to be updated, our chart here.
Oh, what does it
Not
say?
in. I think it says,
Oh,
let's
buried.
see.
Okay. Oh,
Does it
thank you.
say in?
Yeah, so buried with nature. Okay.
We'll
I mean,
update
that's
that.
also an interesting way to put it because in nature,
Yes.
in the ground with nature, unfortunately makes me think of animals or left there, which
Oh,
is
that's
just,
an interesting way. Like some people thought, like I like how you said that, like left
yeah.
with the animals, because some people thought it was like poetic. Um,
So, I mean, it's just really sad that when you think about it, I just feel terrible for this woman to have gone. That's so scary to have something like that happen to you, regardless of what the circumstances were. So I just hope, I mean, it would be wonderful if she's out there, but correct me if I'm wrong, her medication, that
mhm.
was like she needed the medication to live, right?
Yeah, and I know Brian Enton like went to Mexico to see how easy it was to like get medication, but I just feel like and also like taking a woman of that age, did you really think like she would be able to last through a hostage situation if this was for money. You know what I mean? Like for a
Yeah.
ransom. To me, that just
Mhm.
also like that person didn't think this through if they were really out to get money, because at the
Yeah.
end of the day, you took this woman, she died accidentally, who knows where she is now, and you got nothing out of this but taking a sweet woman from
Mhm.
her family, from the community. It's just so sad. And like I said, she's not even given the proper ceremony in general or
Mhm.
memorial, because no one is like in Arizona, from what I'm hearing, like there's no memorial.
Yeah.
They're not chatting about it anymore. I don't
I
know if
mean,
I need to.
one thing that's weird is the no memorial, but I will say it would make sense to me if the family waits a year before having some sort of services, like a remembrance. But like, I wonder if they're being advised that you shouldn't do it, because I think, like, for me, I would want to wait. I wouldn't want to accept that it was over. So maybe there's something like that happening where they can't agree. Should we, be getting together and doing this memorial for mom? Because I don't know, like maybe there's some sort of hope to, I guess, bring her
Well, they
back.
took down all of like, so in front of her house, she had like beautiful flowers, portraits, like everything was in front of her home, like so people can leave something for Nancy, remember her.
Mhm.
But they took that away. They
Yeah.
took it all down. So it's like, even then, like, okay, I get like you still have hope, you still want hope. And like other cases that I followed, like for instance, like the Lacey Peterson case, like her family did not give up on her.
Hmm.
They were doing press releases, they were
Yeah.
chatting with the public. So it just makes you think, like, why is no one speaking in the family? Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
No, it's definitely weird. I mean, I get it. Savannah definitely has the biggest platform, but even just for the, brother and sister to not be speaking out, that's weird to me.
Yeah,
Um,
they're just like MIA. Yeah, the electric chair's waiting for this sicko. Someone just said.
yeah. Well, if you did something so disgusting like that, I mean, you shouldn't be kidnapping someone for whatever reason. It's just odd.
It's
It's
so
weird.
odd. It that's what I'm saying. Like it doesn't add up.
No, but I wonder, my question for you is, I do find it interesting because I think only from knowing you and now with, cases and conversations, I
All my
know,
new friends. These are literally
yeah,
all my new people.
but it's interesting me because I didn't know that this had this much controversy behind it or also this much of a following. Why do you think this is different than other kidnappings? Is it because of Savannah? Is it because people know something went wrong? Is it because there wasn't a lot of
I think it's
information?
the way it was handled.
Yeah.
Like in general, I like to follow cases, like as you
Mhm.
know, like that's just something that I enjoy to do. But it has dragged on this long because
Yeah.
we're being told very little information.
Mhm.
There's no updates. It's almost like you really want to really bring the corruption to life,
Yeah.
because you feel as if there is corruption there, and
Uh-huh.
how it was handled. Yes. And it was a, and people are saying because it was an elderly woman. I think
Yeah.
there's
That
a
too.
lot of things here that just aren't adding up. Like we were
No.
given
Yeah.
it, being citizens, we're given very limited information. Like if that was you or IMAX that got taken, like, and seeing as this is Savannah's mom, like, and she's not
Yeah.
even getting the coverage she deserves, like you and I can just drop off the face of this earth, and like our police station in town, like they may not be able to like handle it, and then we're just kind of
Mhm.
overlooked. It's like you want
Yeah.
to keep these conversations going, because if you don't, then no one else is going to, because the mainstream media has dropped it.
Yeah. I mean, I think what's unfortunate too is like a local police department like that. I'm assuming this is maybe a smaller, like, I don't know how big the police force is there, but did they have do these types of police forces have the resources to deal with things like this? Because I think we've seen it in our area, Michelle, in New England, a lot of times where it seems like the police force there just wasn't able to take on something like this. And I'm wondering,
Yeah.
I think that's kind of like you said, unfortunately, it's good because it is showing that unfortunately things like this are happening and maybe the proper precautions aren't being taken to look into it. And who knows if unfortunately that impacted whether maybe they would have found her or not, but
I
I don't know.
mean, look at like the Karen Reed
Yeah,
case. Like that was
absolutely.
all corruption. I mean,
Yeah.
my point of view, that was all corruption
Uh-huh.
inside of that police. They didn't. do anything on the scene. They didn't, nothing was done properly there. They didn't follow any protocol, any steps. And she did what was right, Karen. Like, she got the best attorneys on her side, and they blew that up.
Mhm.
And all of those corrupt police officers, most of them, they're not there anymore, and they're getting sued now.
Mhm.
That's,
Good.
I would love to see that now.
Mhm.
Also, fun fact, do you remember we had that meeting we were supposed to
Yeah.
be on,
Yeah.
and we were like, oh, we're on the other line with someone really important right now? Like, it was just because we wanted to see what happened at the end of
Yeah.
Karen Reed's
Uh-huh.
case.
We were lying.
Uh,
We didn't want to get on the call, and we just kept on pushing it off as we
yeah,
watched.
we're like, oh, we're still on this call, but
Yeah.
we really just wanted to see what happened with Karen Reed.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I think, oh, Dom C, we love Dom C. She's the best. She's in the chat. Since family's MIA, we feel the need to keep Nancy's name alive. And that's what it is. I think it's because like, if her family's not even chatting about her, and like I said, even if they came to the acceptance of her no longer being with us,
Mhm.
um, why do you still not want her body to be brought
Yeah.
back?
Mhm. Yeah. Or like, why are you not, all the corruption with the police department feels weird that Savannah wouldn't stay there and use her, you know,
Leverage. That's
yeah,
what I'm saying.
to stay there. It's odd. And it's another thing also, you contacted, remind me his name, something Kelly,
Mark
was it?
Kelly, yeah.
Mark Kelly, but now you're just going to leave and like leave it in the hands of the authorities. Like, that's an odd thing to just pass off the torch for a missing family member.
Yeah, I would be I'd be in the front. I'd be like, this is what
Yeah.
we're doing. You're keeping
Yeah.
me up. I'm coming down there. Yeah.
It's not a hit and run. It's a family member who's missing, and to not put in the proper time to try and find them and put all your resources towards it is really, really odd.
And it makes you think, like, is she just trying to, and I get it, not I get it, but like, is she trying to protect her character because she's on TV? But
Yeah.
what about, yeah, like Summary Wednesday just said, it's her friends also aren't even chatting about it.
Yeah.
So like,
But that says a lot about you. I mean, if you're going to put your public figure, like your status, before trying to find your family and help your family, then you're not a good person, in my opinion.
no. But where's the rest of her family? Like, if like, where's her friends? Like, why don't her friends want to chat? Why? Like,
Yeah.
one of her friends were contacted by this woman named Karen, and she's like, "Oh no, I gave my last interview like on Nancy." It's like, why are you just giving up?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm. Yeah.
it's very, very strange to me.
Mhm.
How
Yeah.
do you think Nancy is close by, or from like everything we've chatted about, or do you think that they've taken her kind of farther away?
That's a good question. I would probably say close by, just
Yeah.
from the limited like amount that I have, just hearing all of this kind of for the first time, like fleshed out. But I think that the issue, it seems to be something might have gone wrong. And so I don't think maybe they got so far. And I think another issue is the fact that whatever seems to be their plan for her, maybe it didn't play out as it was supposed to. So, and I think also they probably got scared once they found out that everyone was going to be getting involved in this, and it wasn't going to just be easy to get the money and everything. So they kind of just wanted to wipe their hands of it, and they're probably gone. So I don't know. I would say probably close by.
Yeah, because it's like, how did and
But
that's another
again,
thought. It's like, how did they
yeah,
get her? Again, there's also conflicting reports, like how many people, we only see that one guy in the front. I think there was more probably out back. Maybe
yeah,
that guy was just trying to like get her out, or I don't know. It's hard to say, but how, like, did they carry her out? Did they carry her down the driveway? Is it someone close by that they didn't really even need to put her in a car, and she was just like a few houses down?
mhm,
That's the
yeah.
question.
I mean, but that's what's weird too. The whole, like, we're not going to really do a lot of community outreach on this. People were going around just like regular civilians and trying to ask people about it, and people had no idea about it. That's really concerning, because
Mhm.
a crime is committed in your area. You should know about it, even just for, say it is someone really creepy who had just happened to take, a celebrity's mother, and their fetish is older women. Every older women should know about that in the area. They're
Exactly.
not.
Yeah, because what if something happened inside that house?
Yeah.
I don't wanna say, like,
Yeah.
but, like, if he was in there for a while, what if they did something to
Yeah.
Nancy? You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
But that's one thing where it's like, if they're not putting out these public advisories, why is that? So does that mean what I just said, like how maybe it's a person who has a fetish for older women? That's not who it is, because we're not putting out these advisories. So we're not gonna, you know, put this out. I don't know.
And
But
what if because the person was never caught, that they go back into that neighborhood and was like, I'm just going to do this again because they're not going to figure it out?
yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
that is,
people are saying, yeah, the 911 calls have been released at more than 72 hours, but Nancy's have still not been released after 5 months. It
yeah.
is very, very weird that we can't even hear the 911 call. Like, I know with the Idaho 4, like they waited because
Mhm.
obviously, with the roommates that were alive, and then they found Brian Koberger. But for this, you would think that they would have released that.
Yeah. I mean, it's important evidence. And is there like some sort of law that will mean it has to be released? I know that that's something where eventually a lot of the information comes into the public, um, you know, ether, I guess. So when will we
Yeah.
get that information? Eventually, I feel we have to. So,
I
you know,
mean, we do have a bunch of big lawyers that we work for,
mhm.
as we manage their aircraft. We could potentially ask them these questions.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm like, come sit down with us.
Yeah.
We have questions for you.
Yeah.
Especially they were on very high profile cases.
Yeah.
Not going to list the name, but
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing when you look at it, like what's going to happen next, because are they going to sue the, town because maybe the investigation wasn't handled correctly? Is there going to be lawsuits towards the police officers, towards the first responders? That's another thing.
I
That's interesting.
hope they do,
Yeah.
as they should. But that's the thing. It's like, is that why you think they're quiet potentially? But like, it doesn't keep them away from not like handing out flyers. Like the
Mhm.
streamers that were down there, were paying with their own money to like print out flyers of Nancy, and a lot of people just in that area had no idea what even happened,
Yeah.
which
See
is
that?
alarming.
Yeah. I mean, that's almost just concerning, because why are people not watching the news? But just to be informed about,
In
you know,
your area though, like, if someone was missing where we are, like that
yeah.
would be, we're there, we're gonna
Maybe
find out
people
what
on the
happened.
ground. Yeah.
We'd go on the side,
Yeah,
like,
on the side looking, yeah, without a doubt. Um,
um,
yeah,
that's what I'm saying. It's just very, very strange.
yeah,
Oh, hi Terry, we love you.
very
Hi Marianne. 212 Max right now
that's
watching
awesome.
for your
I
debut. I love to have
um,
you here. It's so nice.
yeah. One other thing that I wanted to ask you, Michelle, like, so all of this is kind of like confusing and like hard to process, obviously just getting it. But what to you is still the most confusing piece, where it's like, even though all of this, you can't put it all together, like we just kind of, I think, of addressed, but what's the one thing that like doesn't make sense to you? Like what
I
went
mean, there's a
wrong?
lot, but my first thought process is there's no proof that Nancy was ever taken out of that house from what we've been told.
Uh-huh.
So for me, yes, there's blood outside on the front porch, but when did that happen? You know what
Mhm.
I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's you're not providing me enough information to be have an understanding that this was a kidnapping and not just a
Mhm.
homicide.
Yeah.
So I think that's what I'm trying to understand, I guess, and also why you're not releasing more information about. Do you have an additional video? And if that can't be released, that's fine, but let us know. Like, okay, we have something X, Y, and Z. Like we know, this, but they're
Mhm.
not giving us anything.
No.
Or what are your thoughts on what happened that night? How many people do you think were inside of that house?
Mhm.
What did you see inside of that house that made you feel as if Nancy was kidnapped? You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Was this a setup? Because
Mhm.
there are people thinking now, was this a planned setup and not a kidnapping?
Yeah. I mean,
Uh,
one other weird thing to me, just from listening to you, and getting on with everyone in this community, I do find it interesting that, correct me if I'm wrong, they arrested the streamers who were going there. Like, that's really odd. Why are you arresting people who are going there, not causing problems? If they're trespassing, in a way, I understand, but if
they
they're
were
just
doing
going there,
nothing
yeah,
wrong but
they
covering the
don't
Nancy
want.
Guthrie case.
Exactly. They don't want the publicity on it, which is another red flag and another huge concern, and, anti-American in a way. But I don't
Yeah.
understand, why is that? happen. Like, we can't normalize that people who are going in trying to figure it out. And if civilians don't have the answers, then that's not.
All their charges are getting dropped, but the fact that they even had to go through that
Yeah,
is just ridiculous, and it puts you in fear for like covering future cases. Like, am I going to get arrested because I'm sitting outside?
Yeah.
Honestly, like, you and I should go pull up a chair. Like, let's go to Arizona and we're going to cover this in person.
We'll book a trip. Yeah.
We would. I mean, we would love to.
Yeah. I mean, I definitely would want to, because to me now I have so many questions, and I'm also like, I just don't understand why no one is running through Arizona, with a blowhorn screaming, "Where is she?
Where's Nancy?" Like, let's hold up signs.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying. It's only
Yeah.
the streamers that are literally doing that. And they were doing it in the Pima County Sheriff's like parking lot at one point, because they were like, okay, well, if we go to Nancy's, like, we're going to get arrested.
Yeah. But
so
again, that's the job of the police department. So why aren't you, updating the public? And at this point, like someone said, it's been 5 months. Where's the answer? Where's the solution? Where's what you're doing? At least give us some sort of update. I think it doesn't have to be involving critical information involving the case, but if you just let us know we have X, Y, and Z going on, I don't know.
Like, where do you see this going next? Like, that's my question. Yeah. It's like, do you ever think, from what you know, do you think that they will ever find Nancy?
Yeah. Are you asking me?
Yeah, like, do you think so?
I mean, I hope that they will, because in my hope is that the reason why there's been no information released is because there's something big that they're sitting on and they're just trying to figure that out. But there's a lot of weird stuff going on. So I don't know. I mean, I hope that they do for the family's sake, but the family's giving me sketchy vibes, unfortunately, now after this discussion.
Yes, that's what it is, sketchy. And also, why aren't you printing photos of the masked man out front? Because you could, I mean, yes, he has a mask on, but there's things where you're able to see, like, that he has, the way his eyes look, his facial hair. Like, why aren't you printing that and like going around town with that? Have you seen this person?
Yeah. I mean,
does this person look familiar to you?
Like, why is it not just on the like regular news circuit for like 30 seconds each night? Like, how there's no update, no one.
Like, still missing person. What they're doing is they put the streamers on it, and what they did too for like the video that they put together of them, they were putting basically all negatives and no positives, when honestly, like, that was just such a fraction of disbelief and there was no correct information there. So, I mean, you're going to cover that. And that's what makes me not watch mainstream news anymore, because they're very much censored, and they're only able to speak on things that they're allowed to speak on. And it just shows me, because like, I'm watching these guys every day while they were out there. And like, I'm seeing what they're doing. So to see that video come together in real life that the news put out there, I was like, wow, like, seeing what actually was happening to what they produced to the community was absolutely insane to see.
Yeah. So something's not right here.
Rot Dog Mama said, credentialed media. Hi guys. Hey Shibs. Do you know when Nonads first said he knew why this happened? Was it before the ransom notes came out or after? Honestly, I can't keep up with him, because I feel like everything is such a word salad. And that's the issue, is like, he'll be like, I didn't say that. Like, he was saying basically, like, he initially said Nancy got taken out of her bed, which Savannah later confirmed in one of her videos, but he tried to retract that in like another interview that he did. He's terrible on interviews. He doesn't give us any information. Also, wouldn't you think that like the sheriff department would just come out with like a press release at least like once a month, or just being like, hey, here's the update. This is what we're doing now.
Yeah. Like, that's what doesn't make sense to me. Or I don't know, like, why haven't we at this point, do we have any update from the surrounding towns police department saying we're actively letting our community know about this so they can be searching or keeping their eyes open? It's like, clearly someone was taken and probably some sort of vehicle is involved in this. So we need to really be, crossing our T's and dotting our I's here. Like,
yeah. And that's what's crazy too, is there was another case. I mean, we'll go back to Nancy, but there was another case, Holly Dasso, that I'll explain to you. to you off camera as well. But yeah, it's going to be 3 years in September. Same people overlooking this case. She was found unalived on a railroad track, decapitated and naked. And they still have not found the
And
perp. This guy can still be walking around. There's no information, no updates from that either. So that just
yeah.
shows you the same people in that
Mhm.
department are overlooking these two
Yep.
cases, and
Yeah.
there's no answers.
Like it's going deeper than we might think, because whatever's going on there, they're not doing a good job.
Liam said, remember, not all of the DNA evidence has been released. My guess is still too early due to the type of tests and backlogs.
Oh, so are there certain tests, Michelle, that will be taking this long? I mean, 5 months is a really long time.
Well, because he initially sent them to Florida, and then after
Yeah.
Florida, they're now sending them to the FBI labs.
Yeah.
So I think because it's like mixed DNA, they have to go deeper into
Yeah.
it. But even with that, it's like, will we have any news? Like, if say nothing comes back from that, that was my question. Will they alert the community to say, hey, we got nothing from that? Or is the FBI just going to be quiet?
Yeah. I mean, probably just quiet, unfortunately. Like they're probably, with everything else going on, this might not be their priority, unfortunately, because they could have already made the determination based on evidence that she's unfortunately gone and missing and we can't find her. And the best thing is for everyone to stay quiet. And I don't know. Or someone's telling the FBI stop looking into this and telling the family stop talking about this, or it's going to happen again. Someone
Yeah.
is being questioned.
Oh, good night, Christy. We'll chat
Have a good
soon.
night,
Thank you for being
Christy.
here.
Thank you so much.
She's awesome. She's one of my mods. She's so good.
Oh, thank you, Christy.
Yeah, she's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then Derek C. Oh yeah, so okay, this is someone who actually got arrested.
Okay.
Derek Colella, I believe it was Nancy's neighbor. He got arrested because they found out that he sent fake ransom letters to the
Okay.
family,
Oh,
which is crazy to
crazy.
when they backtracked it. Just his email, like he didn't even come up with a new email. When they were able to like go back and figure out who it was,
Yeah.
it was his first and last name at like
Oh my
Gmail.
God. So he was not at all with it. Just
No, but
trying.
right now he's in rehab. He's in rehab, and then they gave him 5 years probation, which to me I feel like that's
You
not even that bad. Like for
no,
honestly pretending where a missing woman is.
yeah. I mean, you definitely have to be sick in the head to do that, but I don't know that.
I think that's why they know like he's
Yeah.
off, and I think he's on a lot of different drugs.
But it is odd, though. I don't know why you would do that. If I was the family again, I'd be outraged. Like, do we know who made that determination that he doesn't need to go to prison?
Well, he went to court for it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was last week. Pamela Jennings said DNA would have been back long ago if Nonads, I love that name, Nonads, had it sent to his lab, and then FBI sent it to Quantico like they wanted to in the first place. Nonads wants to be the big ass. That's what I'm saying. I think he just wanted to put his big boy pants on and try to make himself look like a hot shot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, which is really, really odd. Like, why would you jeopardize? Again, he basically threw the case away in a way.
100%.
By doing that, your ego took precedent over someone who's missing and a family member at the end of the day, which is just really unfortunate.
It's so unfortunate. And that's what's terrible. Missy Evans says he wasn't a neighbor. He was a band that may know Tommaso. Oh, that's right. And there was just no confirmation if he knew Tommaso or not, I believe. Tommaso is Annie's husband, which is Savannah's sister, Nancy's daughter. But yeah, after going back through all of this, I really was like, this timeline makes your head spin.
Yeah.
Because it's just how are we here so far? I remember like it being so cold, like we're sitting through snowstorms and we're like, oh, Nancy's missing. And then that video came out and we had hopes like, okay, they have video of him outside in the front porch. FBI is going to get him the next day. Now we're here, middle of summer, still no answers. And we're looking back at a timeline and looking back at old interviews, and we still have no idea. There's no new leads from what we know. No updates at all.
What's the general consensus on that guy? Do people think he is a distraction? He was real? He's just some
Which
crazy.
one? Oh, the guy in the front? I think it's
No.
mixed. I think some people think that
Okay.
he was alone. I think some people think he could have been a decoy. I
Yeah.
think some people think it could have been three people that went in, two or three people. I don't necessarily think it was just one person.
Yeah.
You just never know.
Yeah. I mean, that's what's difficult because that part feels weird too, like almost too obvious for him to go up there and be like playing in front of the door almost.
And that's why
Right.
that's what I
Yes.
also thought, because they were talking about the way that he had his gun in his holster,
Mhm.
and the way that they were like, oh, he looks so like he's slacking, he doesn't know what he's doing, we're gonna find this guy. But literally we're in July and he hasn't been found. So who looks like a fool now?
Yeah. And then the other part of that too is like, so if they're not professionals, was it just the cartel doing something crazy and sent just some low life to the front to be a
Yeah,
distraction?
like he's a decoy.
You
That's
know,
also another
yeah.
like
But like, why would the cartel? What are people saying about that? Because I've seen that in the chat a few times, and I know we've talked about this. Like, why would the cartel want to come in? Is it for ransom money, or it was for
I
initiation into
and
the
that's the thing.
VC?
It could have been for money, or it could have been like I'm saying, someone had to know exactly where Nancy lived. They had to know that she was home that night. They had to,
Mhm.
there's someone had, like, they were very familiar with that area. Like that
Yeah.
whole street is black at night. So they
Okay.
knew exactly where they were going. But
Mhm.
like I'm saying, when they took her out, there was no like dogs barking or people, I don't know.
Yeah.
Like no one heard any of that.
Yeah. That's what's weird. I mean, but maybe it is like all elderly people in the area who go to bed super early, so they wouldn't have heard anything. You
Yeah,
know.
I mean, it looks like,
So
I mean, some of them are older,
yeah.
but some of them were young. I mean, maybe they're just like spread apart. And that's also what's nice. Like if you were to go to Arizona, you could see where her house is located in
Where?
connection to everything
Yeah.
else.
Okay. I don't know. This is like a real big mess,
It's
unfortunately.
that's what it is. It's like you like honestly, like so I kept adding things and I'm like, wait, like I literally need a second page if I want to add more, because if you go into the TMZ letters, which like I said, they were only asking for one Bitcoin, that
Mhm.
they're not confirmed as well, but people don't think they have anything to do with the first two. That would have taken up a whole second board.
Yeah.
So it's just crazy that we're here now.
People are asking about the letter from DC. Is DC the man who was arrested?
Oh, do we know the date of the I don't know the date. We can look at it. I think this was all a scare tactic to the media. This will happen to your family if you keep talking about Epstein. Oh
Oh,
God.
don't even read that name out loud.
Yeah, let's get that
Yeah.
out.
Well, I don't know. I mean, yeah, I sleep with metal. Come in, and yes, you'll after this.
Max.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
I got
it
Fritz, so
uh, my dog's not protecting us if someone got
Barney, he'll just start singing.
roll over. Yeah. Um, I don't know though, but that it does like also bring up the like it's just weird how there's weird things going on with the sibling and her husband. But then there's a
Where
man.
is she? And that's what I'm saying. And like a lot of people are like, no, like they're cool. Like they're probably just like maybe not around. Um,
Who's it that's living in Italy for the summer or
well,
something?
that's what people are just thinking, maybe they're in Italy for the
Oh,
summer. But it's like, why the heck? I don't care. Like that's where you're going. Like, why are you not boots on the ground yourself looking for your mother?
yeah. But like again, it's weird. But also there is a part of it where I understand like it's a case to all of us, but like at the end of the day, that's their mom. And I'm sure that's traumatizing to like still be in the area. I mean, who
Mhm.
knows if they're guilty or not, but like assuming they're not, like that's probably traumatizing to still be in that area, to maybe be fearing for your life and wanting to get out of there. I would understand it. And everyone mourns differently, not saying if it were me, I wouldn't be, like we said,
That
boots on the
is
ground.
true.
But
And that's what it is. Hearing you say that, like, you make me change how I feel. I'm like, okay, well, maybe they are mourning. Like, maybe they're
that's the thing.
just.
Who knows? And who knows if like maybe they just feel like it's not worth like getting themselves worked up on, or everything that they're saying is obviously going to be analyzed. The next thing that they say about this is going to be analyzed by us, by anyone on the internet. That's the thing. It's like there's a lot of pressure on something like that. So
Mhm.
almost just to run away from it and try and be with, in not to bring it up, but in nature, like in Italy, doing whatever, and where no one really knows about what's going on, it might be for the best for them, unfortunately. But I know me, if it was my mom, I would want to be there looking for her. If someone told me the odds of your mom passing are this, and there's people coming to my house, people looking for me in public, I can't go to the grocery store, all of that, I might flee the country. I don't know. I'm just
But
playing
wouldn't
devil's.
you put together like a search group here, even though if you're not present, like that's, or like have people pass out flyers on behalf of
That's
you?
true. Yeah.
Savannah has like a
That's what
whole
we're gonna
PR
do.
team. It's
Yeah.
just like you guys have the money, you guys can do this.
Yeah.
That's the only thing that's making me question the family. I'm not saying they're
Yeah.
guilty. I'm not saying anything.
Uh-huh.
But it's
And
just I
then,
don't
yeah.
understand, why you wouldn't have people on behalf of you do this.
Yeah. Like not ringing the bell on it every day of your life to some degree to try and find her.
Yeah.
Or just to get an answer. I mean, I would even just be so pissed off at the police at that point that I would not be keeping my mouth shut about how I feel about them.
And
Um,
that's what I'm saying, especially if I had like the following that I have, I would literally be blowing them up. Like, how have you not found anything out yet about my mother, where she
yeah.
is, who's behind this? That's what I'm saying, unless they know more.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Who
Yeah,
knows?
and someone just said, unless you have directions or know how to get to her house, you're not just going to stumble across her house. Too much points to an inside job, in my opinion. And that's what
Mhm.
I'm saying. That's the
Yeah.
also another way you could go about this is, was this an inside job where they sent those ransom notes on purpose and they noted about the watch and the lights and things like that, but never had the plan of returning Nancy home?
Yeah. I
It
mean,
could
that
go either way.
like, was there something where the siblings were mad at Savannah and wanted to get money out of her? Or there was
You'll
some
never
sort of,
know. Yeah,
yeah,
like where do they stand now? You don't see them
yeah,
together. So it's like, where is Annie? And yeah, I don't get that either, Pearl Girl. Why won't they let anyone search? That's
yeah.
the thing, is they're also telling people not to bring up Nancy's name, don't search for her. It like that's crazy to me.
It's really odd. It doesn't make any sense why you wouldn't want people keeping their eyes and ears open to try and figure out what's going on and what went down here.
Yeah,
Uh,
and that's what I'm saying. It's like that person knew exactly where they were going
yeah,
into Nancy's house because of how dark it is. Like they
yeah,
streamed out there when it was super, super late and you can't see what's in front of you.
I believe it. Yeah. They must know more. Yep, that's I think the overarching idea.
I hope they know more, because if they
Someone
don't
knows
know
more.
more and they know what we know, then that's awful
Mhm.
that they're
Yeah,
not doing anything.
Mary makes a good point that no search is because they know what happened. Yeah. But I just don't know. I hope as we get to, it's 5 months, that's almost half a year. I hope we get some sort of new information, some sort of update. Because it can't be fair too. We're only talking about her family. What about her friends? What about her extended family? How
Yeah,
are
they
none
don't want to
of
speak
these
either. That's
people
a thing. Shibby
also
just said, yeah, the sheriff
yeah,
is saying he'll find people searching in public.
yeah.
Um,
We can't give no one has any closure here. It doesn't matter how close you were to her, even if you just knew her from around the neighborhood. You don't have closure to know if this person who meant something to you is still with us or not. And
like,
that's
why are you not going to grocery
yeah,
stores, restaurants, just
uh-huh.
chatting with people? Like, I would be doing anything that I possibly could, or like I said, putting together a group to do that, paying them. They have the money. Um, it's just there's a lot of questions behind it.
Yeah. Oh,
It's just
Shibby has a permit to search, apparently.
who said that?
In the chat, I'm seeing it.
At Shibby, AJ Double Blue has a permit to search.
Oh,
Oh,
I'm seeing
maybe
it.
someone
DJ Double
AJ
Blue.
has a
Okay.
Shibby lives in Canada.
Oh, okay.
The billboard's still around. And that's what I'm saying. Yeah, billboards like missing Nancy, like that's oh, thank you, Leah. And pound that like button. Yes, if you're not subscribed, please subscribe, like. Um, do you guys like having Max on? I love having him here.
I'll be back, maybe, if you guys
Yeah.
want.
Well, I feel like also just stepping outside of Nancy quick a lot. I was on last night on another person's
Hmm.
um stream, and we got into kind of what we do for work, and I think people found it interesting and were asking like, you guys should go live. Um And I think we definitely could do that. I just don't want
Yeah.
to let out the name of the designer or, things like that.
Yeah. But
But
maybe
we're actually going
yeah.
Tuesday for a big Max, it's for the surgery.
Oh,
Oh, again,
sorry,
thank you,
Libby.
Max. Nice to meet you.
Oh, thank you
I would
guys.
love Shibby. Um,
I was gonna say, Michelle, maybe there's some videos we can look through that you could post as a short, just for everyone to get like a sneak peek that won't give too much away. But it's very
yes.
cool. We have a lot of fun, a lot of stress, but a lot of fun. But I
The
don't know how
sky is
is
always
it.
falling. We're working 24 hours a day. So this is like a
Yeah.
breath of fresh air,
Uh-huh.
being able to chat with all of you guys and taking a step out of
Yeah.
the stress. Like
Mhm.
this has been so nice. Oh, the real Jason Max, we appreciate the good panel vibes.
Oh, thank you, Jay. Really
Um, oh, Anna B said we make a good team. Everyone says that. Team Eminem
yeah.
forever. We're never gonna separate. It's
No.
forever. I do want to lift the mood a little bit because with everything going on with Nancy, you guys did get to see Max.
Mhm.
I'm just gonna let it speak for itself. So Max and I go to Fashion Week together. We travel together. We do a lot. He's gonna be so yes,
This
free
is like
therapy. It definitely
mortifying,
is.
but I'll
Yeah,
let
this is gonna be mortifying for him, but yeah, we
it's
split a
fun.
room together. We have so much fun. But here's a little sneak peek into life with myself and Max and while he was heels on the ground during Fashion Week.
Heels on the ground. And Michelle.
Shit, Michelle, the Cinnabon's here.
Oh God, cut it out. I can't
Do
have
you want to
that.
watch it one more time in
No,
slow?
please, no.
Shit, Michelle, the Cinnabon's here.
So well, that was us
Oh,
getting
everyone's enjoying you, Max. Yeah, so we have a lot of laughs together, and I do everyone's laughing. I
yeah.
do try to keep him. Oh my god, everyone said slow. Everyone's laughing. You guys have no idea what happens behind the scenes
Yeah.
with us too. It is nice to have a laugh because at the end of the day, this whole situation is extremely sad. And I let me see, Michelle Juanita Adams show say that she connects the dates
Oh,
made it possible that Derek
maybe
sees
we'll
it.
watch.
Wow.
Maybe we'll
Yeah, we
watch.
should watch that
Yeah.
tomorrow. Heels on the ground. Yes, Max's heels on the ground.
Well, we might be taking. I'm like, I want to go to Arizona now. I want to find Nancy.
We should go. We should go for 2 days.
Yeah, no runway model. I'm not. I don't.
Eminem investigates heels on the ground.
Yes.
Do you guys want to see us going to Arizona together?
We might be booking a trip. I think
I know. That's what happens to us.
laptop and the phone, and then we're gonna have a camera. We're gonna have the whole setup.
We'll have our fanny packs out.
Packs.
Honestly, like we could make some legit, really good Nancy signs.
Mhm.
Yes, 100%. I honestly think people would enjoy that.
I mean, I think it's one of the problems. It's like we don't.
Max's heels and knees on the ground.
Yes, I was going all for it. But there's not enough publicity being put out about this. Like the fact I didn't know half of that. I mean, I'm not too like on the internet, like, I'm not the best on going on Instagram or TikTok or any of that, but more of this information needs to be put out there.
Well, maybe we book a trip, you and I. Honestly, I know we both have a lot coming up.
Yeah.
But even if we went for like 2 days and just did some things. Yeah.
We'll look into it, you guys.
Yeah, we'll look into it and then have Max walk down Camino Escalante in heels. I would actually cry.
What is that? Is that her road?
Yes.
Oh,
with the sign.
Yeah, we're bringing.
Where's Nancy? Or honestly, for like nanos,
yeah.
Italy does extradite, but not to state with the death penalty. Drive by Nancy's house. I mean, honestly, they've never seen Max and I down there before. So I feel if we were to sit in front of Nancy's and just chat with everyone, like no one's going to question that. I feel
we'll go door to door. We've done it before for work.
We do that a lot.
Yeah, so
on Block Island, fashion designers crack the case. Let's go and match.
Yeah,
we take one of the jets over.
I mean, it's good. I just want to say, like, I love that everyone's in the chat talking, but also just everyone watching. Like, it's great that there's still a community out there looking for Nancy, trying to get answers, trying to educate themselves. that's the most important thing. And all that we have is the information that we're all sharing with each other. So it's great to see this. I'm very
And it's been a
inspired.
very positive community so far.
Yeah.
I mean, my mods will take anyone out who's not, but everyone has been super amazing. Even the other YouTubers, they've been so inviting. They've been awesome. Shout out to Shibby857, Ted. Everyone's great. But I like chatting with everyone, and that's why I wanted to bring you on, because you weren't as privy with the case. Yes, you know what's going on, but you were missing a lot of like the key factors, or even going back and seeing that timeline as it is. It's crazy to see, and it's also super sad, because like I said, even with Holly Dasso's case, for that to not be solved, and the same sheriff department overlooking that's a red flag for that department. Like, they need to be pulled out of there.
I think we need to do an episode about that too, because that's just extremely upsetting, and they can't get away with keep on having this. Like, people need to hear about these cases more. And they shouldn't be allowed to get away with corruption, not handling the case correctly. That's just not right. So,
yeah, 100%. I agree. It's really disappointing overall where we are now, how this was handled, especially going back to the beginning. We're back to where we originally were, and it's super disappointing. It makes you feel like people who you should feel protected of is really dropping the ball, and it makes you worry about your life. Because like I said, if we go missing. Kathy said, I just subscribed to this show. Didn't know about it. Then I saw you, Michelle. I like the show. Oh, good, Kathy. Do you guys want to see more of Maxx and myself outside of chatting about Nancy? Obviously, we want to keep her name alive. I want to cover other cases. I think we should do some in Connecticut. We have a bunch here that we can go. But if you guys want to see more about what Maxx and I do outside of this, like I said, we're headed to New York City for a big fabric event this week. I am going to be in and out this week a bunch. So, but Maxx and we have a lot together this week.
Yeah, we do a lot.
I'm looking forward to it. Yeah.
Same.
Yeah, everyone wants to see more. So maybe we'll go live for like a little bit on Tuesday at some point, or we'll put maybe together a video of the day.
Yeah, we can do a little bit of both. Let us know what you want to see. Maybe put up a short after, Michelle, and then we'll see what everyone wants and whatnot.
Oh, Eastern Girls Craft. Marie, she said she lives in CT.
Oh,
Kathy said hi, Maxx. Yeah, what part of CT? Come hang out with us. We'll meet you on the side.
Yeah, that's great.
Definitely, I enjoy listening to Max's perspective. Yeah, it's nice when you have a fresh voice and a fresh mind who hasn't been listening day in and day out, because like you said about how people mourn differently or looking at things at a different perspective, it is nice because you're like, okay, I didn't look at it in that area. I'm kind of looking at it all negative now because I'm just kind of pissed off at this point, where I'm like, we're getting no new evidence, where you're more calm and you're like, well, maybe this is why. I mean, you do that in our day-to-day life too. So,
but I mean, just listening to this and talking about it, I feel like I've gone like I'm like, this is what it is. And then you say another piece of information. I'm like, nope, that's what it is. It's like, you just go back and forth.
And you still, like I said, you still don't know how many perps there are. You still don't know how Nancy got out. You don't know where Nancy is. You don't know why they're not talking about it. Yeah. Oh, she's near Hartford. Wyndham. Do you know where that is?
I don't know Wyndham. I don't think so, but we've gone to West Hartford.
Oh, Michelle and Maxx, you guys are so fun and sweet. Michelle, the board you put together is awesome. It really helps us remember the dates and evidence. Oh, you're welcome.
That was great. That was great. It was helpful.
Yeah. Everyone does like us together. But yeah, I think we're going to wrap this up early. I just wanted to bring Maxx on for a briefing. I wanted to chat with everyone. We were on late again. They are definitely a good duo. Oh, you and Maxx are a great team. He has a sense of humor. Do you guys want to go out one more time with watching Maxx Heels on the Ground in New York City? So it'll be late. We'll after like all the shows and everything that we had to do for the day, we'll head back to the room. And as we're sitting there, we're watching TV, and I'm like, Maxx, I really want Cinnabons. Like, in New York, why not? They ended up, I hate getting up. Like, if I'm in bed, I'm not getting up. So I'm like, Maxx, you're going to get the Cinnabons. Puts my heels on, runs to the door. The toes go down. He goes down.
Keep in mind, I'm 6'1", and Michelle is literally like 4'1". Like, she's very short.
I'm 5 feet and he's 6'3", I think.
Yeah.
You're tall. You say you're 6'1", but yeah. Oh, Shandy said, oh, she wants to get together with us Easton girls. Don't tell Max that because he'll literally start including you in all the plans. You'll be going to Ariana Grande next week with him. Oh, everyone's saying nice to meet you, Max. Max is one person who does not stay in one place. He's constantly traveling. He lived in Spain for a few years. So that's why I'm like, he's so down to go to Arizona if we go.
Yeah, I am.
Michelle arrived 2 hours late last night and left 4 hours early in our live 9-hour stream. It was still 4 hours to me that I was on. I was up until 2 again, Max. And so Max knows me. He knows I love to be in bed by 9 p.m. So this is how excited I am about having new friends and being able to chat. It's literally so fun.
No, yeah, this is our bedtime. We both try to go to bed early.
I know. And the baby shower, I drank a little bit too much. So I'm Gatorade. So last night it was I don't know how I lasted that long. All right, let's add this. I'm going to add this one more time and we're going to watch Max bring us out. I have a lot of videos of Max. So we're going to end on a positive note. We're going to keep prayers for Nancy. Oh, Stray Cat says, I like Max.
Oh my God.
I'm his mother. Need to put GPS tracker on him. It's the only way I know where he is. Me too, Beth. We're not related, but we basically are.
Yeah.
He's always going to be in my life. I was Max's first boss.
She was.
And now we work together at 2 other jobs together. And he's one of the best. I've worked with a lot of people, and he's literally the best person I've ever worked with.
I love
He's
you.
the best. Max, plan some payback videos of Michelle. I
feel like I have more funny photos that I'll.
Yes. Oh, Max is a great addition. Everyone loves you.
I love you all. You all have been.
Yes, we have some really good. Do you want to tell everyone how beautiful they look tonight?
That's for another time.
Thanks. Great show. Have a great evening. Thanks, Anby. We're going to add one more video to end the night. Prayers for Nancy. Honestly, we're going to try to figure out a time if we can get out there. I think it would be awesome. 2 new fresh blood down there, and we'll help everyone, and let's see what happens. But one moment, we're going to add this to our screen.
Shit, Michelle. Shit, Michelle, the Cinnabon's here.
Heels on the ground. Thank you all for
everyone.
joining us tonight. Oh, Eastern Girl, Michelle, please get in touch with me and we can chat. Yeah, send me an email. It's in my, you'll see it. Everyone loves it. Yeah, and Let's Pray Nanos goes down because that whole department needs to be looked at.
In those heels is what needs to happen to him.
You need to go chase him down in those heels with the sign and your belly button ring out.
Belly button ring out.
With the airplane. Or we can make one as Nanos's face or something. We'll make it specific for him. Heels and Max on the ground. LOL, I like that. More like Max on the ground. And remember, they actually didn't even give us our Cinnabons. They brought hot dogs. And you're like, I haven't had a hot dog in years.
Yeah. Ugh. I hate hot dogs. Well, I like a hot dog. I'm more of a sausage person.
Pamela said, don't forget to park down there. And so we keep Uber alive in Connecticut. So we don't try. We're the 2 worst drivers that you ever will meet.
I'm not getting in a rental car. I was just in a rental car accident. I'm still dealing with it, the PTSD and the trauma. So
oh my God, Max, you should try to get an interview with Nanos. I feel like that would be awesome.
I'll reach out. I'll try to contact.
We should. Oh, Pamela said, love this live. Yeah, I feel Max on the ground. I feel like it is nice when you could add a little bit of laugh into these lives. It brought a lot of people together, and it's bringing awareness more. Max is more aware of what happened. He's going to tell more people. It's just really nice.
Yeah.
And I appreciate you coming on, Max. And we have a busy week. So we probably should get to bed.
Literally.
I know a lot of the followers here, they're from all around. So like last night when I go to bed at 2 a.m., they think that's early because it's
Oh,
like 11 p.m. where they are. Oh,
yeah.
thanks, Susan. I'm so thankful for everyone who's here and everyone who's been so supportive and positive. And,
You guys,
I know a lot of people can be rude. Oh, the interview room's on in 30 minutes. I'm going to tuck myself in and watch that. But yeah, I know a lot of people can be rude, but everyone in this chat has been so accepting. The streamers have been so accepting, and I've loved it so far. It's only been 3 weeks, and I can't wait to continue on. DZ and Disney, I can't say the name. Laura4340 said, Max, you're great. Thank you for joining in.
oh, thank you. Thank you.
Great lives. Thank you, everyone. If you guys want Max to come back, let me know. We'll have to pre-book him like a month in advance. May I ask where you both are from? We're from Connecticut. I just don't want to say specifics on here, but we are both from Connecticut. Max lived in Domsty's awesome. Love you, Max. She's wonderful.
She's awesome. Love you.
Yeah, everyone's saying absolutely 2 more lives of you guys.
We definitely will. But it was great. It was so much fun. Thank you all for being so nice and friendly. And I had a lot of fun. I learned a lot. And you all are great. And thank you so much for supporting Michelle, because I know that this means a lot to her, and anything that means a lot to her means a lot to me. So thank you.
Oh, and he's so sweet. He's the best. Oh, please come back, Max. Everyone loves you. Yes. Watch, and they all loved Wayne too.
Yeah. We need one with the 3 of us, me, you, and Wayne.
We do. We'll go in the conference room. We'll kick all the pilots out.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you, Gary. Gary said he's following from Texas. Awesome.
Oh,
Marion said, love Max.
Aw, love you guys. You're all
Be
awesome.
ready. We'll be asking about him. Oh, they're going to be, honestly, so if Max isn't on, I'll give you guys some sneak peeks of, that's what I'll do for my subs. I'll add some behind the scenes of you and I.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, I think that's going to be, and I think we can kind of get into a little bit more about us outside of the Nancy case and bring people a little bit more into our lives. I think that'll be fun.
100%.
Because we're a blast.
Yeah.
Catch us on the side.
On the side, always, with the ideal.
With Antonio. Can you give us one beautiful?
Well, it was a beautiful time, everyone. Thank you.
All right. Good night, everybody. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Like and subscribe if you have not. I will. Hey, Stacks is on our way in. We're on our way out. Thank you all for tuning in, and let me know if there's anything specific you guys want to see or hear from us. And yeah, we're excited to chat with you guys more.
Okay.
Thank you again, Max. We love you. And I'll see you tomorrow at Pilates.
See you tomorrow. Bye, everyone.
Bye, guys.